Oh, it feels so good to sit down. I put in 5 miles today. And I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 more. Alright. What's the play here? The fuck? The widow's on a flower? Your Winston died to a widow mine? Wait, what? I'm in shock right now. I didn't expect that. Okay, let's review this here. Okay, so you TP'd... Alright. I mean, normally this would be a decent TP. Like, normally this would be a good one. But because you don't know where they are, and you haven't even scouted on high ground to know where they are, I don't think this is a very good TP. I don't think it's a very good shadow step. Because, see, I like to go right side. I don't like to go left on this map. When I get this map, I like to go right side. That's just me, though. Because I can... There's a Mega down here, and there's minis over here. This is why I go right side, because there's health packs. See, there's a lot more health packs on this side than there is on this side, where you're at. There's a Mega which you can get booped off by a Lucio. But there is, however, a mini right there and a mini right here. You can also get booped on the cars too. But at least if you get booped on the cars, you won't die to the cars if you have your Wraith, okay? You won't die to the cars with Wraith, at least. That's why I prefer going right side. Me personally, though. And then, if I haven't used Shadow Step, I can actually TP up here, or I can go all the way behind them. And I can go down here, and I can kind of lurk down here. Personally. I prefer going right side. But you had no information on your teleport here. So, I'm going to put myself in your shoes. Okay, so you teleport, right? But you don't know where they are. You don't know where Widow is. You don't know where Flower Man is. You don't know where Cowboy is. You don't know what they're running, right? You don't have any information when you TP. So, just food for thought. This isn't a terrible teleport, but because you TP'd at the choke, they're all gonna know you're there because you're gonna go, Death comes! Anyway. So you know the Widow's there, alright? And the monkey bubble disappears and you just explode. You had Wraith. You had your teleport, right? And you still just peeked. Okay, let's see if I can review this here. So, you see Widow's low. They use abilities. You're on cooldown with your teleport. You have Wraith. Okay. As soon as this bubble is about to break, you could have Wraithed and went over here. Over here. Took cover behind here. Could have made the Kree chase you. He probably has his flashbang, but I don't think it's worth, because they don't have a Lucio. Or they do have a Lucio. Okay, excuse me. I didn't know they had a Lucio. So, you could take people out of the fight and go over here. You could do that, but because they have a Lucio, that might not work. But by the time you end your Wraith, you should get your teleport back, and then you could teleport somewhere. You could Wraith over here, maybe. TP on that high ground, maybe, but then you might peek Widow. My point is you could have done a lot of different things right there. You could have did a lot of different things right here besides dying. I'll just give you that. You could have went to the left, had people chase you again. Could. Make people come chase you, duel them, have them play in your line of sight, and you're on your terms if they chase you and try to push you. My point is you could have did a lot of other things besides walking in a straight line here and dying. And there's multiple things you could have did there. You could have raked away. You could have got your teleport back. Could have played around a corner on a health pack. Something. Anything but that. All right. Let's see here. Okay, you're taking the right side now. Okay. Not bad, not bad, okay. I like that. So let's view that again. So, let's go back. As soon as you kill this Widow, right? You immediately walk back to your team. I think personally, let's see if I can think what you could have done here. You can't catch that Life Weaver from this distance. So you clip the Widow. Alright. Widow's out of the fight. Okay? So, where is the enemy team pushing and what are they doing? You went in, got the Widow. Okay? Your Mercy dies right here. You could have immediately turned over here and shot this Reinhardt who's 1 HP. You don't know he's 1 HP, but you know your Mercy died and you can hear the Rein charging on the corner. And he doesn't have charge. You could have just walked over and maybe shot the Rein. But you go after a character that's too far away that you can't do any damage to as Reaper. When you had a Reinhardt Blaze right next to you with his charge, who you could probably two-shot at this range with that health bar. I know you don't know his health bar is that low, but if you fired one shot, you would just know what his health is. But he's like right next to you. Try not to get into tunnel vision, right? Try to pick and choose your targets that you can do in your effective range, if that makes sense. Because the Life Weaver is that far away, I would try to look for someone else that's closer to me, especially when I'm on cooldown with teleport, shadow stuff. Now you can't take that duel because his health bar is maxed out now. Okay, so you killed the Widow, right? And it's been roughly 10 seconds. Widow has respawned, so let's see what you do now. Okay, not a bad choice. Whoa. Alright. Let's play this back. Holy shit, okay. You collect a mini. How do you not see this? Whoa, okay. Okay, I'm not sure what to say to that one. Yeah, you had Wraith there. I think you know what you did wrong there. You could have Wraith and killed the Life Weaver and TP'd out. You could have straight up Wraith canceled, killed the Life Weaver, immediately teleport onto high ground, collect the Mega by the jump pad, or TP back to your team here. Those are your two options here. You could have killed this Life Weaver, Wraith canceled, teleported to your Winston, teleported up to that high ground, or teleport at the Widow. Like, those are your three options there. The Reinhardt already uses charge. Reinhardt uses charge, right? He cancels it, he swings on you twice, whatever, it's not going to kill you. And you're going to get out. There's almost no way you're going to die and he's going to stop your teleport. He could have soul walled you. I didn't see he has ult. He does have ult. I didn't know he had ult until I looked up here, but you don't know that. Chances of him doing that is slim, but he could do it. But here's the thing. If you're smart, let's play it again. If you're smart, you could have Wraith canceled. Oh, he uses Flower Petal. I didn't even notice that. I just saw that you died. Okay, so you could have just Wraithed out and then TP back to your team if you wanted to. I didn't even see that he did that. I should have watched the whole thing. That's my fault. I didn't watch the whole fucking thing. Whoops. Yeah, I just watched you die. Okay, so, yeah, you could have wraithed that and then TP back to your team. Or, you could have wraithed and then went around the corner. You could have wraithed the charge right here and then TP'd up top here and confirm the kill. That way you don't get... That way you don't get... Give me a second. That way you wouldn't have got slammed. Because Reinhardt can't Earth Shadow you on high ground. That could have worked. Could have did that. Could have. And then you gotta remember that Widow respawned. So you're on high ground, you confirm the kill, and then you gotta remember Widow respawned. So that means the Widowmaker is either near the choke or almost to the choke. You have to keep track of who's alive and who's dead. That's the biggest thing you should work on, Inferno. Is try to remember respawn times. And hit tab a lot to figure out who's alive and who's dead. Try to get in that habit. That's what I want you to work on the most. Really practice your mechanics and how the game works and flows. Really try to remember who's alive and who's dead. If you wanted to, like, I know I troll and throw, like, a lot when I play this game, but, like, if you generally want to improve, that is, like, an insanely good skill to have, because it's not just good for Reaper, it's for all characters. Paying attention to who's alive and who's dead. That's, like, a really core mechanic of the game that you really want to have, like, memorized. Alright, let's see what you do next.
Never die.
Okay, you TP on high ground. Before you dropped. So let's do this again. You TP on high ground. And then you drop off high ground, knowing there's a Reinhardt and a Kree there. He can swing. You're not gonna kill this character. I don't care how many headshots you're not gonna kill Reinhardt anymore with this shitty shotgun man. You're not gonna do it. You should have stayed on high ground. You shouldn't have dropped off high ground. Okay, you even have Wraith here too. You could have battled on that high ground, and you could have chilled up there, and then you could have timed it to where if you do get poked out and you do have to get out, you can Wraith out. Okay, we're gonna go back a little bit. Okay, where's third person free cam? Okay, so here. Okay, so you're on high ground, right? You're pelting this Ryan. Let's say the Kree lands 2 headshots and you're like 3 health. Fine. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna Wraith over and collect these minis back here, or you can Wraith and then jump down here and teleport to that mega. Fine, Lucio chases you, you die. The point is don't drop off fucking high ground if there's no one that can contest you. If nobody up on this team can shoot and kill you and take high ground from you, take it. If no one can do it, no one can fine, the frog can boop you, the life weaver puts his pedal, whatever. My point is don't drop off high ground. Just don't unless you have, like, why can't I think right now? If nobody can contest you on high ground, you should stay on high ground more. You should. If you get someone low HP, maybe you drop off high ground there? No, maybe not. I have to think about this. Okay. Let's say you're on high ground. Let me just fucking play this out. See if I can analyze this. So you're on high ground, right? You're pelting this guy, you're shooting the Ryan, sure. You shoot the Kree, sure. You shoot these guys, sure. Fine. You also could have walked, if you did drop off ground, you could have also dropped to the Winston bubble, and it would just help you from the Kree, I guess. Not from the Ryan, though. But if you stayed up here, you would probably get more value than you would dropping. We'll just go with that. Maybe I'm sus with point blanking people with spread. Okay, that's true. But The problem is look at their HP bars. They're 300. Unless you can magically 2-tap everyone at point blank and just get perfectly good RNG, you're not going to do it. Despite what people say, Reaper's spread is still very much RNG. It is extremely hard to get a perfect barrel stuff with this character. He isn't as good as he used to be, alright? This character used to actually one-shot people, but not when everyone's got goat's health. But yeah, I think you should have tried to stay on the high ground the most. If you're going to TP on high ground, you should try to stay on high ground as long as you can. Did you guys even cap the point yet, or no? No. So you guys haven't even capped yet. So let's play this back. I'm gonna go back a little bit here. Let's play this back. Alright, who's alive, who's dead? Your Zen got picked off by the Widow. Okay. So you have information that your Zen's dead. Their Widow is dead. So you guys are 4v4. Okay. Your Winston dies. You've already basically lost this fight. Okay, you lost that fight. Let's say you stuck on high ground. You guys have a Mercy. Did your Zen get rezzed? Your Zen got rezzed. Okay. Yeah, you should have stayed on high ground. I was right. You should have stayed on this high ground. Alright. And moving on. Oops. Okay. Alright, let's see this part. Okay, your Winston jumps out. Okay, you Blossom. What's the play here? Your Mercy respawn. Okay. Now, when you do stuff like this, be careful because they have a Widowmaker. You don't know where the Widow is. Or maybe you do. Let me go back again. Let me replay this. Okay, you TP out. Okay. Okay, maybe you know where the Widowmaker is, maybe you don't. I don't have enough information to go at where she is. I don't know where she is. If I'm playing Reaper, I don't know the exact angle she is. So when you TP up high ground, this is kind of scary because they have the Widowmaker. And you don't have the information. The jump pad also takes you to high ground. So you could have also just walked up and took the jump pad and then scouted for the Widow with your Wraith. If you're really paranoid, you could have did it that way. Then you could have jump pad and then scouted with your Wraith and then TP'd near the Widow to get her attention. There's always that possibility you could have did there. Okay. Yeah. Listen. I know it's overtime, and I know you have ult, and you need to make a play here. But check this out. I'm gonna blow your mind. Your monkey went in, and you went in front of your monkey. What you could have done. Okay, you know he's there, and you still TP'd in there. You know what you should have done? Is you should have TP'd on high ground. Instead of TPing down main on the point. Because your Winston already went in. You see him go in. So if you TP'd up here, right there, on this corner right here, watch what happens. The Widow falls. And the Lifeweaver falls. And you guess what happens? They dropped off high ground, so you TP on high ground, they won't know you're there. Because the way Shadow Step works is if they're on the low ground and you TP on the high ground, they can't hear you. Unless you're cheating. And if they're on the high ground and you TP the low ground, they won't know you're there because they can't hear your teleport. That's the way it worked in Overwatch 1. Anyway, at least I think that's how it still works. But there. Now you know. Did your monkey fuck up his bubble? Yo, hold on a second. Just, I know this has nothing to do with your gameplay at all. But your Winston fucks up his bubble? Gotta give him a round of applause. That's funny. I'm sorry, that made me laugh. Alright, moving on. What do you do now? Round 2. It's the little things. As long as you know when you made the mistake, then I don't need to tell you. As long as you know. It's when you don't know. Now you know.
I don't like losing.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, you know where Widow is, right? Careful. Oh, that's flashbang out. Okay. Okay, you can cap, sure. You won the fight. Oh, my eyes. Oh, my eye itches. Ah! Okay. Okay. What's the game plan here? So, I don't know what you're trying to do here. I don't know what your game plan is standing right here. You already capped points, so you don't need to be on point. I don't know why you're standing right here. If you're gonna stand and do this, at least crouch. Don't, if you're gonna do something like this, at least crouch, because now they're gonna know you're here. You want to be at the right place at the right time every time as Reaper. That's how you play him perfectly. Problem is he's hard as fuck to do that. But that's the idea, is to be at the right place at the right time and picking and choosing your 1v1s and your duels. Like that's what makes Reaper so fucking hard to play, is because it's so goddamn hard to play the dice. You're rolling the dice every fucking team fight on this throw. That's why it's hard as shit to one-trick Reaper. And the only reason it's easy for some players to do it is because cheating on Reaper gets rid of all of that. If you had a simple wall hack, you won't need to worry about fucking timing a flank and being at the right place at the right time, because you know where everybody fucking is. You don't need to fucking scout. All that hard shit that makes this character a dice roll, a throw, is because you have to be at the right place at the right time every time. That's why playing Reaper is so fucking hard. But if you cheat, then you won't have to do that. Anyway, rant's over. There's really no reason for you to be doing this in all seriousness. Because see what you can do. There's so many things you can do right now, right? I can think of like 4 things you could have done here. Instead of dancing around like this, you know what you could have done? You could have TP'd over here and get ready for them to make a push. You could have bid on high ground and deny it for the Cowboy and Widow. You could have played right here, denied high ground in case the Widowmaker or the Kree try to take it. Play it. You could play in here, but I don't really know why you would do that. You could have went down here, right? That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And the 4th style is the worst one you picked. This is one of the worst places you could be right now. There's no reason for you to be here and doing this. And why would you do that? Why would you do this? Look, your Tracer's doing the same thing. I have no fucking idea what she's thinking. I question what this guy's plan was. But it's not about him. I don't know why he's here and why he's peeking two people that can debatably one-shot him. I don't know, bro. Like, at least you're not peeking, okay? I'll give you props. You aren't this guy. What is he doing? Okay, I like this. Alright, you made an effort. You made an A for effort. You didn't do what your tracer did, and I'm proud of you. Okay, you're tickling people from range. See, here's the thing, Inferno. I'm gonna tell you something. If you would've took high ground, alright? If you would've took high ground, one of the options I said. If you would've just did this. You sat up here and you emoted. You could see which way they're pushing. Which way are they pushing? Are they going to push right? Are they going to push left? Are they going to go through that little doorway? Or are they going to go underneath? Aha! If I took high ground, guess what? I know where they're going to push. I know where they're going to push. I know which side they're going to push. And you know the best thing is when you get really good and you get really good mechanics. And you know, and you start to really understand how teams play, and you start to crack the code, and you start to realize, okay, they like to push main a lot. Guess what I'm going to do? If I find out the team is going to be pushing main a lot, guess what I'm going to do? That's like 5 IQ. Check this out. So, they want to push through main a lot? Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hide in this little corner right here, and I'm going to wait for them to engage, and then I'm going to pick someone off. And I'm going to go, bang, 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 and I'm going to shoot that fucking Widowmaker because I know where she's going to be because she keeps walking in a straight line down the same path 5 times in a row. Alright. I have energy right now because I just ate something. Aha! Toy sailboat. But instead,
It's only been 30 minutes.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but instead what you did is you 88 and watch your tracer get her head blown off, and then you go, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be doing what he's doing. And that's smart of you, okay? I'll give you props. I'm proud of you. You saw what happened to your tracer and you said, nope, fuck that, I ain't doing that. Oh, that's so funny. Oh man, we should turn this into a meme. we should clip this and turn it into a meme. Someone should go back in the VOD and clip that. You and the tracer are doing the same thing, but you're actually playing behind fucking cover. And this guy, what the fuck is he doing? What the fuck are you doing as Tracer? Why? There's 2 people that can one-shot you. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jiggle peek down main. And then you see what happens to this guy right before your fucking eyes, and you're just like, yeah, no, fuck that. I'm fucking dying right now. You're like, you just like nope the fuck out. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go around. Alright. Sorry, bear with me. I was having a really fun time VOD reviewing this. This is like really funny to me. I don't mean to roast you. I'm sorry if I was. Okay, you can pick this guy off. So check this out, right? I'm gonna tell you something that's really cool with Reaper that most people don't know. Watch this, okay? You eat this flashbang, okay? You see he's walking away, right? What you can do is you can jump TP behind the corner, and then your teleport will go behind him. But he won't know that because it's line of sight. And he won't know you teleported because you teleported behind the wall. So he doesn't know you teleported. And by the time you get behind him, you've already appeared, and they buff the TP by a few seconds, so he has slightly less time to know you're there. So if you jump TP, you can get right behind him. Do you know what that tech is I'm talking about? What's the timestamp? Okay, 1518. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember that. So check this out. 1518. Okay, I'm trying to remember that timestamp. So check this out. Watch this. So, see? See that? Could have did that. Let me do it again for you. Hell, you can go in a practice range and you can just practice it. Oh, hold on. I gotta move my drink. What's that? You battle a Kree like this, and then you can go. See? Ah, see? He doesn't even know you did it. Do it again. I mean, I should practice this myself. Actually, I haven't played Reaper before. See? I should practice that myself because I haven't grinded and tryharded on Reaper in so long. You see what I'm talking about? There you go. I did it again. I should practice this myself, actually. Don't you mean 5/8? Yeah, you're right. My bad, Lando. Sorry. See? Just try to... Sometimes just going for it is better than just not going for it, right? You gotta just improvise in the moment. You gotta improvise in the moment, dude. You gotta be like, okay, I got 2 seconds to make a decision here. Do I do it or do I not do it? Anyway. Now you know that you can jump TP behind corners.
I just got back.
Oh? Yeah, it's not. Hold on. I want to finish this VOD review.
You're nothing.
Wait, was that... This was a quick play game? Oh, I thought this was a ranked game. Alright, whatever. Quick play ranked, it don't matter. I can't even tell. 518. How's Lando doing? You could have went for it. I think you should have just went for it. But it's something that you may have not known or you already did know. Okay. Popped walls. I should run this back, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't paying attention. I like spaced out for a second. Okay. Okay, let's see. See, you TP'd in without actually... Like, did you really get enough information here? How much information did you actually get here? Like, ask yourself, Inferno, how much information did you get off that 1 second that you peeked a corner? You didn't get hardly any information that quick. There's no way your brain is thinking this quick. You're not Snorter, okay? Your decisions per 10 aren't that high. Jokes aside, though. So you see the Kree, fine. You see him, you see the Weaver, you see the Lucio. And you just TP in. The thing is like, if I was you, I would go for the Widow more than I would go for anybody else. Because I feel like that character is going to fuck you harder than anybody else on the team. That's just my opinion, though. I would try to scout for Widow more. Because you can afford to peek an angle with your Wraith. You have invincibility on your Wraith. You can afford it. That's why I would go after Widow as much as I could. Let's see here. Where are you standing? Let me go back. You were on the Mega fighting the Kree, right? You got your TP back. You TP'd in without actually knowing where they are. Okay, you gave away people. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is funny as shit. They popped walls, but I don't think they even knew you were here. I think you actually gave away your position, even though they popped walls. You actually gave away your position, and they had no idea you were there when they had walls up even. That's fucking funny as shit. Check this out.
I have arrived.
They don't actually know you're here. Yeah, they have no idea you're here until you start shooting.
No one can hide from my sight.
Dude, they have no idea you're here. That's funny shit.
No one can hide from my sight.
Dude, he had no idea you were there. That's so funny. I don't believe it. What the fuck? Yeah, but you know what's funny? If you would have walked around the corner, you may have could have two-shot that Kree. You could have. There's always a possibility you could have. Because if we go back, you started firing.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
You started firing before he even knew you were there. You could have just waited a little bit, walked closer, maybe fired at the Lucio since he was the closest. Maybe. Maybe. Food for thought. But yeah, they had no fucking idea you were there at first. Anyway, spot water, we'll move on. I don't know how that Widowmaker dies there. The fuck? Wait, he didn't die? Did you get a no-reg? Okay, let's go back a second. You get forced out. He tried to flash ban you? Oh my god! Okay, I'm done. I'm laughing. That's good. Alright, alright. Fine. Okay, listen. You need to seriously remember spawn times, like, really badly. I honestly think, Inferno, you should sit down and tell yourself to hit tab more. Figure out who's alive and who's dead. Because you just peek these corners like this, bro. And if that Widow had a brain, you would be dead. If that Widow wasn't dumb as shit, you should be dead right now peeking main like that. Look what happened to your Moira. She does... Like, you're still smarter than these guys, and you're doing wrong things. That just shows that you're getting really close to getting better. Like, you're really close. As long as you know what you're doing wrong, you're going to improve, like, way faster. It's when you don't know what you're doing wrong and you keep making the mistakes. Alright. Okay, that's not a bad TP, actually. Okay, you got the staggers. Not a bad TP. Let's watch that one more time. You know the Widow's dead. Okay. So you know she died over there. That means you know the team is pushing right here. The thing is you also don't know if the Kree spawn. See? You don't know the spawns when the Kree spawn. The Kree spawned when you TP'd in. I say it's not a bad TP because, you know, you could have just not TP'd over there. You could have just TP'd down main. You actually TP'd on the left side instead of down center. Fine. It looks like you're aware he's spawning, though. So it's like you know he is there? Hold on. Okay, so let me get this straight. You know he respawned, right? Or did you hear his footsteps here? I'm trying to figure out. It's like you know what you're... You knew he respawned, yet you still TP'd nearly in front of him. And almost died. If that was a good Kree, you would have died there. Right. I just don't understand. Okay, let me... I gotta figure out how to explain this.
My ultimate is charging.
Okay. You know the Widow's dead. They're all pushing right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is a good TP. It ain't a shitty one. It's not a shitty one, but there's really no reason for you to even really use it here. But fine.
My ultimate is charging.
Fine. Use it. But I will say this though, because they're this close, there's almost no reason for you to actually use this. Because the Widow's dead, the fear of being one-shot is gone, so you can kind of just shoot them. You don't need a TP. Unless you want to go clip the Kree, but you know he's respawning, so... I mean, unless you can teleport next to the spawn door, I don't know how you're going to kill that guy. And going after the Kree there may not really be the right choice there. Because if you pay attention, your Ryan has ult. So playing with your Reinhardt might have actually been the better play here. Fine, you win the fight, but being aware of who has ults on your team can help you a lot more in the long run. More so than just going and flanking and killing the Kree. If you're on a fucking Smurf account and you're just going for frags and just trying to do dumb shit and see what you can get away with, that's different. But I think you said you wanted to climb this account before you started smurfing. So, just food for thought. Because if you rewatch this, if you played with your Ryan here, well, let me go back. He already used all. Play with your Ryan here in ult. You could have killed that Zarya quicker. It's fine though. I mean, you win the fight. It's all good. But just food for thought, right? Like think about your team and who has ults. Like, try to remember that. Try to keep, the biggest thing I want you to work out who's alive, who's dead. I want you to hit tab more and figure out who's alive and who's dead. I want you to take high ground a lot more. I want you to really scout more, too. Those are the three big things I want you to work on. If their comp can't contest you at high ground, take the high ground. It do, Mr. Squidward. It do. I'm trolling. I forgot to hit the other button. All right, what's the play here? Okay, you get the Zarya. You win the fight. What's your ult charge at? Okay, it's 87. Okay, you're gonna hold right here. Generally, if I'm going to hold right here, I have to have a Zarya. Because if I want to win, and this is like Season 1, Overwatch 1, right? Or 2, excuse me. I want to win. I really want to win, right? Like, I want to win. I have to play every game like it's my GM game. That's what you need to do, too. If you really want a high rank in this game, you got to treat every single game like it's the one game. The final game to your GM. You have to really want that. That's what your mentality has to be every game you play. If my Ryan just used ult, okay, I don't have a combo. Reaper's ult's really only good with comboing. It's really hard to get value with just your ult, especially nowadays. But if I'm gonna hold there, right here where you're at, okay, well, let's go back a little bit. I need to talk about that again. I don't hate this position. I don't like this position. What I do like is if you were to take high ground and scout to see where they push again. That's what I want. This isn't the worst position, okay? But you know the Widow's there now, right? You look directly at her. Okay, you know where she is. You know they're pushing, right? You see right now, the enemy, both tanks are colliding. This is a perfect time to flank. Oh yeah, you know it's coming. This is when Never Sleep says it's time to flank. When I see both teams collide and the fight starts, that's when you flank. And you know where the Widow is. Guess what? You have information. You know where the team's pushing. Both tanks are colliding. All the stars are aligning up for this fucking ult right here. And what you can do is you can rotate, and then you can find the information of where they're going to be standing. So let's watch this in real time. Okay. The fight breaks out. The fight's starting right now. Okay, okay, fine. I like this. I'm just saying that you could flank here. When the team fight breaks out like this is the best time to flank on Reaper. The thing is I think you already got value right here by just shooting the fucking Ryan. See, that's what I'm saying, is a lot of times you don't have to flank all the time. This is probably the right play. I'm so used to having to flank and make a play because I'm playing with Snorter over here and he likes to throw, but... But in all honesty, this is probably the right play. But I'm saying that this is also a good time to flank too. Okay, the Ryan's dead, alright? And you have the information of where the Widow is. Alright? I mean, I'm not sure what you were trying to do there, but you said you fed, okay. So, all you had to do was kill the Ryan, and they can't really make a push. All you had to do here, all you realistically had to do here, is just not go in. In simple terms, you didn't have to go in because you're defending. Right? You have the point capped. They have to come to the point. There's no reason to go in. If you want to win, that would be the right play. That would honestly be the right play. But because your Ryan's going in, that you have to go in. If that makes sense. If your Ryan goes in, you have to commit. So I don't hate this because your Ryan went in, and that's how you have to play if your Ryan wants to go in. You have to die with him. Because if you don't die with him, then you're just throwing. That's just how it is. So I respect this. You made an effort and you played on your Reinhardt's terms, which you hit all the right points that you're supposed to do as a DPS. The only problem is Reaper's ult sucks ass and you didn't even have to ult here. There was no reason for you to ult here. You could have honestly. You didn't. I mean, you even wraithed in for some reason. Okay, whatever. We're gonna move on. Anyway, we're gonna move on. I know it's quick play. I know that now after I exit out. So anyway, we're gonna move on.
We must protect the objective.
It's just, if you realistically want to win, there's no reason to push if you've already killed the tank and you're defending. If you were attacking and you push the tank, fine. But defending, you just chill on the point or hold high ground. Like, and then you wait for them to come into you because you're the one with ult. You don't have to go in and make a play. They come into you and you ult. Anyway. Let me go back. Okay. What? What? Whoa. What? There's no way that just happened. Okay. LOL? Oh my god. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm sorry, that was funny. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay, fuck it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about this. Okay, so. What's your information here? They popped high noon. They fired high noon. Your Tracer's dead. They don't know you're here, and you walked in and you fucked them up. There we go. We talked about it. You clip to. The only person alive is their Tracer and Ana.
I feel a warm inside.
Boom. It's over. Next round. Okay. I really took my sweet time with this VOD because I was like actually fucking tired today. So perfect VOD review time. Not as tired as Toy though. He had to eat AIDS and do the plumber's job, right?
No, today wasn't that bad.
Ooh. Okay, let's.
Sticking with my dog.
All right, let's see this. Okay, so let's go back. What's your information here? Okay, they have Reinhardt again. We know this. Okay, they have Ashe because they threw a dynamite at you. Okay. You saw? Did she use boop? Hold on, let me No, I heard the Mei wall. Okay, so they have abilities. That's so fucking risky. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Okay, let's watch this again. You TP'd like almost directly into the team right here. What? Listen, I know his TP is bad. I know it is. But, dude, there's so many decisions you could have made here instead of TPing there. Like, okay, you know the Ashe is there. It looks, you can't see the Ana. Alright, let me see this again. So you know Ashe is there. Fine. Like, I don't hate this because I understand what you're thinking. Like, I think I'm visualizing it. You thought you would end up right here. This is where you thought you would end up, but you ended up just slightly, you know, too close in the line of sight. Okay, I see what you did there. Okay, I get it. But I'm gonna bring it up again. Okay. The Ashe is here. The hit scan were right here. They aren't on high ground, and you can TP to high ground. See? Then you can scout and figure out who to pounce and who to jump on and where they're pushing and where they are and where they're standing. I keep trying to tell you to take high ground. I keep trying to tell you this. If you can take high ground and they don't have any way to contest you, take high ground. And because you know the Ashe is there, you could theoretically TP onto, you know, on top of the point. Maybe this would be risky. I think up here, I think TPing right here might be a little too risky. But I feel like it would have been fine if you TP'd right here. Because you know the hit scanner over here on the left. At least you know one of them is. To predict the creep would go point, I probably wouldn't have predicted that. If I saw that there was people right here, I probably would have just TP'd on top of the point. I think that would be the better idea there. Or you could have rotated and you could have TP'd maybe, I'm thinking, you could have just not played with your team actually, excuse me. You could have just walked all the way over here and then scouted over here too. My point is you don't always have to play with your team. It's just picking and choosing when to do it. Like, let me watch this again. Playing with your team with a Mei might actually be the right call, though. At the end of the day, that might actually just be the right decision. Because Mei walls something off. You have shotguns. You do shitloads of damage close range. Not anymore, but my point is shotguns are effective close range. Reaper's dog shit now. The Mei walls somebody off. You know, she basically helps you close the distance. That's what I'm getting at. Maybe this is the right play. Maybe it isn't. Okay, that's why Overwatch is so fun, is because there's so many different playstyles that you can take, and you can smurf and fuck around and just see how high you climb on a different playstyle. That's what got me so addicted to playing Reaper, is I I thought it was so cool that I could flank and get a high rank, or I can play with my team and get a high rank. And being able to pick and choose which play style to do is what made this character so fun to me. Was being able to realize that this character, people say he's one-dimensional, but have you actually sat down and tried to one-trick him? It's actually kind of hard because you have to pick and choose which playstyle you want to do at that specific moment. He's actually kind of complicated. I would argue he's like the Winston of DPS. That might be a hot take, though. That's definitely a hot take. Alright, fine. Risky, sure. You know what else? Okay, so you Wraith right here, right? Go back to your team, sure. But, let's watch this again. Did they use... What abilities did they use? Let me... see this. Sleep Dart and Boop? Okay, so you know what that means, right? You could have baited out the Zen right-click Inferno. Check this out. It's going to blow your mind. You could have shot at him. See if you could bait out this right click here, and guess what you could have did? You could have went right here with your Wraith, and if they come push you, you could have tried. You could have probably clipped the Zen, or the Ana, or the Ashe right here, because they use all their abilities. They use every single ability right there. The only thing that's like actually threatening to you right here is probably the Zen right click. Right there, you could have popped a Wraith just slightly early. I know that's hard to do in the moment. But he has it wound up, which means you could Wraith here. And then you could hold around this corner right here. And if they try to push you, you could battle them right here, and you have a mini. So that means you could have Wraith, grab this mini, and then hold this corner, and then if they try to push you, you can just pop their heads right here. You could have played around this cover right here. Food for thought. If you don't know, now you know. But see, again, maybe the right play was to play with your mate because you walled off the Reinhardt and you took out their tank. And then you walked around the corner and you clipped the Zen, but you did die. But the point is that's what makes Overwatch so fun, is picking and choosing your engagements on who to target. And figuring out how to come up on top.
Not done.
And the reason, I think what makes me and Toy so addicted is we choose the worst play styles and we try to just abuse our mechanics and see what we can get away with. That's probably me and Toy's biggest issue with this game is we choose the worst play styles and to see what we can get away with. When in reality, because it's 5v5 and there's one tank, the game's a lot more one-dimensional now, but we still play that like complex, ridiculous play style a lot of times. Then we just try to see what we can get away with because we find that enjoyable. But I'm telling you, because you want to climb and you want to get a high rank, I'm being genuine and serious about the coaching. But most of the time when you watch me and Toy play, we're trolling a lot. I can't stress that enough. We do troll like 80% of the time we're playing this game. Maybe even more. But because you're asking for help, I am going to give you the best help I can give you that I have learned and what I've been taught and got a few pointers myself over the years. For the most part, I'm genuine with what I'm trying to give you. I do like to meme a lot in this game because when you play this game as much as me and Toy have been playing it, I'm sorry, dude, you got to figure out how to have fun. And that's what part of Overwatch is you have to find a way to just have fun with the game when you've played it as much as we have. And trolling and memeing and throwing to bronze is part of that. And climbing from bronze to GM challenges was fun. And I had a lot of enjoyment doing that. Because A, no one else fucking does it. B, nobody wants to fucking do it. But I wanted to do it because there's got to be somebody that does it. The problem is I can't throw DPS to bronze. I actually like playing DPS. I don't like playing tank very much anymore. Anyway, let's go back to this again. I'm trying to be genuine. When you get really good Inferno, and you can fuck around and do some playstyles. I saw what you did it right that time. I saw that. Nice. Could Wraith. Okay, not bad. Go get the mini, sure. Looks like the Ryan's chasing you. I see what you're doing. Spawn camp the Zen. Okay, sure. Could TP on that Kree. Okay. You know what? I like that. That was cool. You know what? I'll give you a thumbs up for that. Not bad. See, you're better than you give yourself credit for. I'm seeing some cool shit. I'm seeing cool guy shit. I think you're a lot better than you give yourself credit for. I think it's all about picking and choosing and execution. Okay, I didn't think he at all. That's hilarious. Risky. Oh, that's so fucking cancer. Okay, what can we improve on here? What can we improve on here? You know, I didn't think he had ult. And sometimes when Orion's low HP like that, and he has a shield up, I know it's tempting, but so, I just feel like, unless I have Wraith, I don't really like to go into Orion's face. Because if he does have ult, it might be harder to react to it. I don't know. Let me go back a little bit. What'd you do when you clipped that Zen? Where's that clip on the Zen? So check this out, dude. You get the Zen, right? You know what you could have done? You could have actually TP'd from right here up to this high ground up here. You could have done that. And you could have maybe even got the Ryan here. Maybe. And guess what? You could scout and see where they are. Again, take high ground. I'm just saying, you could have TP'd on the high ground there. I think you Wraith early here. You know what you could have done, Inferno, that's like fucking balls to the wall risky? Check this out, right? You Wraith here, and then you know the Kree's there, right? You can hear his footsteps or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure you know he's there. So what you could have done, this is ballsy, right? But you could have Wraithed like you did right here, fine. And you could have Wraithed up to here, around this corner right here. And you could have shot that Ryan. Or, if you're feeling really frisky with it, you could have actually TP'd in place since you would have came off cooldown with your teleport. And then you could have mind gamed the Kree if he pushes you, which he most likely will. I'm pretty sure that guy's going to ego you. And then you could have TP'd in place right here on this corner. And then you could have baited out his flashbang with the iframes. This is just, like, maybe. Like, that maybe could happen. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But sometimes just doing dumb shit might actually put you out on top.
Your end is within my reach.
But yeah.
Do something!
Okay, you took high ground. Proud of you. Let's go. Fine, you won the fight, but you did take high ground. Okay, what's the plan here? You have Death Blossom. The Ashe, I think, knows you're here already.
No darkness.
I think the Ashe knows you're here already. Alright, what's the plan? Dynamite's out. Oh, you Wraith too early, but I respect it. Okay, not about all. Alright, not okay. Respectable TP.
What's up?
I get why you did it there. Yo, careful when you peek these angles, bro. Oh, just Wraith after the Zen. No. Should have just went for that Zenyatta. It's fine. You have the point. Maybe the right play isn't going after him.
I feel a warm inside.
Okay, you're in the same place again. But I wouldn't have info on what's on the high ground. Right, but... Let me go back. Right. Hold on. You clip the Zen, right?
Death stops for
You said you don't have info? Let me see this one more time.
Death stops for no one.
The reason I don't think they're on high ground is because I hear the Reinhardt charging around the map. I don't think they're on high ground if the Reinhardt's pinging across doorways. That's just my guess. Maybe that's just because I've been playing with Snorter too much. If the Reinhardt is pinning across doorways and around the map, I'm assuming that his scan aren't on high ground. That would just be my wild guess. But you're right. You're right. That is smart of you to point that out. My bad. You could say I'm faulted for that. Good point. Fair. But again, sometimes the dumb plays are the right plays, if that makes sense. Sometimes doing the dumb TPs are actually the right plays. Sometimes you have to roll that dice. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes that's the risk you gotta take. Alright, what's the mix up here? Oh, we already watched this. Good on you for pointing that out, though. That is possible. My only thing I would say here, you're half HP. You can get one-shotted by both hit scan at this health bar. It is pretty possible you could have got one-shotted there. You definitely should have died right there. Blind TP? Okay. Okay. Okay, you're gonna hold this spot again. So, why are you holding this position? You don't have any ults, right? So what happens is, if your team doesn't have any ults, what I like to do is I wait for the team fight to start and then I flank. If we don't have any ults. I have to make a play because we don't have any fucking ults. I have to make a play. Nobody has an ultimate. I have to think in my head. We don't have any ults. They probably do have ults. So what I would do is I would hold an angle they don't know where I am. I would try to play on an angle where they probably won't know where I am. And then the second I hear their ults go off is when I walk out and start flanking. Okay, not bad. Smart. Proud of you. Nice. Big brain. Okay, damn, you almost carried this. Let me see that again. That was really smart. Respawn timers. Remember the whole time I would have rates of those respawn timers. Okay. This was really, really good. I really like this play. You literally did what I would have done. I'm proud of you on this. You clipped that guy. That was fucking awesome. Okay. You got a kill, right? I think the mistake is trying to fight a Reinhardt as Reaper. I think that was the mistake. You know what you could have done? Just listen. You're not going to beat a Reinhardt in a 1v1 as Reaper. This isn't 2016. This isn't 2017. Ain't 2018. Sure ain't 2019. Sure as fuck ain't 2020. Sure ain't 2021 either. Or 2022. Or 2023. It's 2024. Reaper shoots wet noodles, okay? There's no this. As soon as you see that Ryan, bro, I would just teleport out. You ain't winning that. You're not beating tanks. You haven't been able to kill a tank in like almost 10 years. You should have mashed TP up onto that high ground right after killing that Kree. Because you have the point, right? Listen, I know you don't know the Ryan has ult, but you should know that they have ults because you have none. You got an opening pick. The right play here is for me, I would immediately TP high ground. Where's free camp? I would immediately after getting that kill. Oh, I am in free camp. Okay. So what you want to do is I would TP up here or on high ground. I would definitely just not be here because I'm not gonna beat a Reinhardt in a 1v1. I'm just not. It's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So you TP up here, and they're gonna come into you because they have to go to point. They have to go to a point. The Reinhardt's on point. He's by himself. You're not gonna win that 1v1. They popped Bob, and you're on cart. Let's say you TP'd on high ground. Let's say you're on high ground. I know you died, but let's say you're on high ground up here, right? You're standing right here. God damn it. Like, I know it doesn't actually, it probably wouldn't have made a difference. But the point is you'd be alive right now. And you could drop on people. You could have dropped on the bat. You could have dropped on the Ashe. Perfect world, you get both DPS. Well, pretend we're in a perfect world, you got both DPS. Okay? The whole team's dead, but you got 2. And you'd be close to your ult. Okay? You drop on the Ashe and you kill her. Because you drop off high and grab the Ashe. You're on this Mega down here. The Kree is going to come back out of spot. All you got to do is chill down here until you get your teleport back. Then you TP around back, or on high ground, or something. The Ashe wouldn't be there because you killed her. You could have went over here. You could have TP'd. Let's say you kill the Ashe, you get the Mega. You could have TP'd back here. They're going to push you. Fine. Let's say you hit a few shots, you spin, maybe get a pick, maybe force out an ammo, force out an ability, okay? That's still better than getting solo ulted, being alone, trying to fight a Reinhardt in 1v1. Just food for thought. I mean, you probably wouldn't have been able to do anything because they have BAP, but you would have just hit lamp. But you could have got another kill. It is possible that you could have got one more pick. Okay, what the fuck did I just watch? What is this? What is that? What the fuck? I mean, look, I get it. You guys lost, but that was something. You TP down main, you get DM. And you just stand in a high noon while he's... Okay. Could you have swung this fight? Could you have done it? Let's see. I would have immediately popped Wraith if I saw that he was on a Kitsune and he was high nooning. And they have a Baptiste, like, I'm just gonna assume the Bap's just gonna throw a lamp on him. I don't give a shit. Do you think I trust Evos? The fuck? Hell no. They have to prove their worth. Okay, listen. No. You Wraith out of that. Okay. Is there anyone on point right now? That's what I want to know. Actually, you could have Wraith touched point. Let's see this again. You could have Wraith. Could have Wraith touched point. Ticked it. Could have Wraith. Trying to think what you could have done here. Could have Wraith. Could have went back here. Maybe got their attention. Then you would come off on your TP. You could have Wraithed over here. Now the Ashe is on high ground. I'm trying to think what you could have done here. So if you pop Tidue and you hit Wraith, I think you're fucked. I don't think there's anything you could do here. He's used Lamb. Ashe is on high ground. Damn, that's tough. You burned your teleport. I think that's what you did wrong. If you had Shadow Step, like, I know it's overtime. I know you're trying to haul ass. Oh, they popped Rally. Okay, so you have info, they popped Rally. I think the misplay is just TPing down main. Honestly, like, you could have TP'd high ground. You could have done anything that. But because it's overtime and you don't have time to work with, I just think doing that was the throw. I think that was the misplay. Because there isn't really any way for you to swing this now because you used your Shadow Step. All you can do is contest with Wraith form here. That's all you can do now. Ashe has got high ground. Brig has just popped Rally. Bap did use Lamp, so he's a key target. Problem is the Ashe is going to be shooting at you from high ground. You can't do anything about it. So the only logical thing I could think of doing here is that you burned your Wraith for or your TP for no reason. Your team is alive, so you don't have to hustle. And keeping a track of who's alive and who's dead would require you to not have to do this. You wouldn't have to do this. If you TP'd high ground, you could have forced the Ashe to use her ability, which she'll probably fall off high ground, because if she's on high ground, she boobs. That means she falls and you fall. And then the Ashe is in a bad position for a hit scan, because hit scan should be on high ground. So if you had your teleport, you could have got up here, she boops you off, fine. You Wraith it, and you eat the ability, and you're on high ground, fine. Works. Cool. My point is if you get the Ashe off the high ground here, you do more than not dealing with it. If you got the Ashe off here, there's an extremely slim possibility you could have swung this. It's very slim, but you could. Not saying you would, but you could. It's possible. It's not impossible. It is very possible. You TP up here, you guys trade, she boops you off, she falls off, fine. Maybe she lands on here. Maybe she does. And, you know, that's the worst case scenario, is that she boops and she lands right here. That would suck, because then you can't do anything about it. Okay, let's say you TP up here with your Shadow Step. She boops, you Wraith it, perfect. Then you drop, and then you could Duke out with the BAP, force the BAP off high ground, maybe force the Ashe off high ground, then you're on high ground, then you don't have to force the peak. That's always possible. I'm like looking really deep into this, but you could do that. That is a possibility. Perfect world, you Wraith the boop, you TP up there, Wraith the boop, she lands over here, you Wraith cancel, Duke it out, perfect world, you two-shot both, spin, and maybe kill the break, and still die to the Kree. Or you go up here, kill both, then drop on the Kree and soul ult him, possible. Still die to the Ryan, still die to the break. That's perfect world, perfect lineup, that's the best you can do there. Is you TP up high ground, you Wraith her boop, she lands right here, you drop down, Wraith cancel on here, 2-tap both sports, solo out the Kree. That's the best you can do. that's all you can do there. That would be a huge play, and that is the best scenario, perfect lineup, best RNG, roll, perfect dice roll. That's like the best thing you could have done there. Is that. You just wasted your teleport. I think that was the misplay there. Anyway, I hope that helped. I mean, there ain't much else I can say. I think that's about it. I hope that helped you, Inferno. If you don't mind, maybe I should upload that. I feel like that was a solid VOD review, actually. I had a lot of energy and I had fun doing that one. Maybe I'll upload that one. I actually had fun doing that. Okay. Alright, you want to get in here, Toy? You're good. Might be time for a hog toss. Alright, I'm gonna throw an hog.
Yeah.
I gotta play hog. But yeah. Just keep track of who's alive and who's dead. Make sure you take high ground. If there's nobody that can test you on high ground, stay on high ground. You don't need to drop. So, I'll upload the VOD, that way you can go back to it if you forget anything. So, maybe I'll upload that tomorrow.